There is Southern Steve in his glory.
The cheerleaders were here yesterday?
No, we banged that. Cowboys are on a roll, winning the past 3 games to put themselves back into playoff contention. Their defense has stepped up since the trade deadline. Dak Prescott continues to play at a high level, and now they'll look to continue to climb against the Lions on Thursday Night Football. The Cowboys are allowing 21.7 points per game during their 3-game win streak, ranking 16th in the NFL in that span. Prior to this stretch, the defense was giving up over 30 points a game, only ranked ahead of the Bengals. Peter Schrager is here now.
Peter!
Hello, Peter. How many teams are scarier than the Cowboys right this second?
I think they're the scariest team in the NFC right now. I think that every team is looking at them and saying, please, let's keep them out of the final 7. We don't want to face them in the playoffs. And we were at this very table a few weeks ago, and they made the moves. And I said the next 3 weeks are going to define Dak Prescott and define this season. They're 2 for 3. They got to finish the deal on Thursday to really have a shot. But as much as we know the Cowboys rate, we want to talk Cowboys. I got a team that I kind of like a little bit more right now, and it's a team that not anybody's talking about, and they're the ones up there in the Rocky Mountains. Denver Broncos just win games. Denver Broncos just win games. They are the first team since the Bill Parcells 1986 New York Giants to win 4 games in a row by less than 3 points. They are a defensive team that has a quarterback that seems to make the big plays when it matters, and they have an incredible home field advantage. As much as we're crowning the Cowboys and we're crowning the Patriots, I would tell you this. Watch out for this Denver defense. I know Houston Texans get all the spotlight. Nick Bonito, Pat Surtain, Cooper, all of them. They step up. Love Zach Allen up front. This is the team that has a quarterback who has made all the plays this year and a head coach who has won the big one before. Denver Broncos starting off this 11 a.m. hour. I don't think anyone saw that coming, Russo.
As the scariest team right now.
Yes, I don't want to face them right now. No, they have a defense and they have a team that has an uncanny way to win when it matters most.
Okay. What do you think, Marcus? Do you agree with Shrake?
No, I do not. I don't think, you said Dallas is the best team in the NFC. I don't think that either. I think the Rams are.
Okay.
Even after the loss to Carolina, I think the 3 turnovers wasn't enough for Matthew Stafford and that football team. Here's the thing, man. Dallas right now in the NFC is one of the top 3 teams in the NFC based on how they played. The New England Patriots are the best team in football. The metric tells you they top 10 on defense, offense, and special teams, which is going to be something that obviously is going to come into play when we start talking about teams going through the playoffs. I like Denver. I also watched the Washington Commanders go up and down the field with the backup quarterback against the Denver Broncos.
And Marcus Mariota.
Absolutely. I also saw earlier in the season them have to score 33 points in the 4th quarter against the Giants. They have their flaws, but they also, to your point, finish games, defensively phenomenal. Bo Nix is clutch coming through. The beauty of the league now, and look, this thing can go up and down and go in flux every week. The beauty of the league now, there is no dominant team. There is not one. There's not. If you tell me a team in the NFL is dominant, I don't know what you're basing it off of. Because we've seen each and every one of them look really good and really bad. The Chicago Bears are number 1 in the NFC, and don't nobody think the Chicago Bears gonna win the Super Bowl.
Chill out.
Like,
okay.
Shay, come on now.
You just said there's no dominant team.
That's the point.
That's the whole point. There's no dominant team. Why would they have an equal
You think the
chance?
Bears gonna win the Super Bowl?
I wouldn't go that far, but it's anyone.
My exact point.
Anyone's to lose.
That's the next block.
I know,
That's
but
the next block.
my exact point is you don't believe the Dallas Cowboys will.
Right.
You don't believe the Philadelphia Eagles will. You don't believe a lot of teams. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were on fire earlier this year. I know they went through some injuries. You can't name one.
Right.
The team that you've seen consistency from is in the AFC and they play at Gillette Stadium. That's the one team you've seen consistency from. Now, if you want to tell me about the schedule, don't have a problem with that. If you want to tell me about their young and the quarterback has not been in the playoffs, I'm cool with that. Mike Vrabel and this staff, with what I saw Monday night, has a team that can absolutely win the Super Bowl.
Let me push back and ask you something.
Yep.
They have a bye week, which is perfectly timed for them. It's awesome. They play Buffalo coming out of that bye at home in a game that you think, hey, if you're really the best team, that is a shirt and hat game. You are AFC East champions if you're doing that.
Absolutely.
And you think they can beat Josh Allen again?
100%. I 100% think they can beat Josh Allen again. Listen, That is, so you go to Buffalo and win with your young quarterback that we don't know now like we knew him then, right? We didn't know that this was going to be Drake May's season, basically. Go into Buffalo, you win that game. This team has gotten better every single week. You got to tell me the team that you think has gotten better every single week. I've had no issues with how New England has played football. What they on 11 games now? Yeah. This their 11th win of the season. We've seen teams lose to bad teams. Carolina just beat the Rams, who I think is the best in the NFC. They are not losing games. And they are not losing games because they are actually dominating a lot of phases of these games. I got the Patriots right now as the #1 team in the league.
Filibustering again, huh? Okay.
I just had to respond to
I know how it's a good strategy. I'm going to shut it down, though. Here's the deal. The answer to this question is Dallas. Peter's right. I kind of confess that. And here's the reason why. Because the offense is so prolific. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys, forget how their defense is looking right now, which is obviously considerably better than it has looked. The interesting part about the Dallas Cowboys is that you're saying their defense doesn't have to be just average. Because their offense is that prolific. When you use the word scary, that is scary. When your offense is so prolific and everybody and their grandmama knows it, that your defense could be the middle of the road. That's all we're asking for. We ain't asking you to be Ray Lewis and T Sizzle and those boys and Ed Reed and those boys. We ain't asking you to be the Bears of '85. We ain't asking you to be the Giants with Strahan and the crew and O.C. Umenyiora and those boys. We're not asking for all of that. All we're asking you to be is average because our offense is that damn lethal. The word scary applies when that's the narrative about your franchise.
We got Cowboys, we got Broncos, Patriots. Where are you going?
I'm going to take San Francisco. And
what?
One thing I'm going to, what do you mean what? Let's hear this. They won at Seattle, they won at the Rams. Did you see their schedule? And by the way, Swaggo, I love you like a son, but take it easy with the Patriots. They beat Buffalo on the road and at Tampa, and that is it. They have done nothing. Those teams they play stink. The Giants stink, the Jets stink, Miami stinks. Take it easy. Let me see them do something. San Francisco, they're 9-4, okay? In the division, they're 4-1 with Seattle at home. They won in Seattle. They won in LA against the Rams. They have a bye week. Their schedule, they're going to beat Tennessee. That's 10. They have Seattle at home. They play at the Colts. And their last game is the Bears at home. They're going to go 3-1. San Francisco is going to end up 12-5, and they could win the division. They're going to have a better record in their division than the Rams are going to have. And San Francisco, he is not a good coach. Great coach. He is he's the second best coach in football. McVay won, him too. I don't think there's any question about it. He is that good. Shanahan wins with Mac Jones.
He's absolutely fabulous until Super Bowls. Well, go ahead.
All right, he lost 2 close games, Steve. I mean, geez, take it easy.
You got him handling Indy, Chicago, and Seattle. You got him winning.
That Indy game was a Monday night game. One game on the road, and he's got Tennessee. So, yes, he's going to beat the Bears. He's going to beat the Bears, and he's going to beat Seattle last game of the year. Okay. And he's going to beat Tennessee. That's 12-5 minimum. Okay. Even if I give you a loss, even if I give you one in Indianapolis. Purdy's healthy. They got a Hall of Fame tight end. McCaffrey's a Hall of Fame running back. They got a Hall of Fame left tackle. Look what they did in Cleveland. They should have beat. They beat the Rams in LA. They killed Seattle. San Francisco does not get enough respect. Be careful. And I'll tell you something else.
Football team.
I'll tell you something else.
And banged up.
He wins road games.
And still winning.
He wins road games. He won in Lambeau against Rodgers. He won in Dallas against Prescott when Dak didn't know the rule about giving the ball to the official on the last play of the game. Shanahan wins road games. I'll tell you right now. Scariest team in the NFL.
Shanahan was also an offensive coordinator with a 28-point lead in the Super Bowl.
I understand.
And